the Super Speedway.
Welcome to episode 369 of the Super Speedway podcast, recorded Tuesday, July 15th, 2025. I'm your host, Eric Young, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host, James Cush. James, how's it going this week?
Oh man, I told you before we started recording, I'm fighting off a illness tonight, so you might hear it in my voice a little bit, but I'm gonna battle through.
I still
okay.
blame the wildfire smoke. It's got to be the wildfire smoke.
It could be, or like I said, it could be other factors I'm not gonna get into. It's just a bunch of crud.
What is up with this apparently this wildfire smoke is just a summer thing now, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. It must be a summer tradition.
We just got it now.
Yeah, Michigan can't have a nice summer anymore without wildfire smoke just bellowing down from Canada.
Thankfully, there's no climate change or anything. So
no. Nothing's going on that's causing it by any means.
Right,
yeah.
Nothing, not at all.
Yeah.
Well, shall we get right into it?
Speaking of laying down some smoke.
Yeah, laying down some smoke. So there was a road course race this weekend. Shane Van Gisbergen dominated the race and won, and that's it. Podcast over. No, I'm just kidding.
SVG showed up. SVG won. You know, if it wasn't for the stages, there was a chance that we could have had the wire-to-wire lead every lap.
Yeah, we could have.
I thought about it. I was
I don't think. Well, yeah, probably. You're right. Probably.
He was so freaking far ahead of everybody.
Yeah,
it was unbelievable.
He won the second stage as it was.
Yeah.
And he had enough of. Well, he didn't have enough of a lead, but he could have stretched it if we didn't have caution.
He was flying.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was flying at 90%. You know.
Probably. Yeah.
So
keeping it between the lines.
Here's the thing. A couple years ago, I poo-pooed on Shane Van Gisbergen. I know I've talked about it on here already.
Oh, I did too. No, I did too.
I said there's no way once this guy starts racing on tracks that our guys have raced on forever, that he's going to be able to do what he's done on these tracks that they haven't raced on. Yeah.
I said it last week.
Here's the problem with that theory. This is the thing that I don't think you and I considered. Not only, yes, our guys have a bunch of extra time on these tracks, but Shane has now learned the car.
Yeah, well...
and so he's still at an advantage.
Yeah, he's kept his advantage because he's known the car better than anybody on these road courses for a while. It's ridiculous.
And I love how people continue to say that, well, the car's perfect for him, because obviously they're not watching on Saturday. I know he lost Saturday, but he still dominated that race too.
He's great at no matter what he runs, but whatever it is with this car, though, he does have an extra... He's got like an extra 10 or 15% that the other drivers just can't reach yet. They don't know how. It's ridiculous.
We've never had this. We've never had somebody come in as a ringer and actually exceed expectations or even meet expectations. Yeah. It's never happened.
He's the greatest road course ringer of all time.
Yeah, 100%.
He's done his job.
He's
done his job.
You can't. The thing is, okay.
You're stuck.
I'm agreeing with you. He's the best road course race. He's the best road course racer we've ever had in NASCAR. And the reason I say that, listen,
Okay. All right.
Because you can't prove he's not.
Well,
until somebody proves he's not. I realize Marcus Ambrose was really good, and Marcus Ambrose did really well in really crappy equipment.
I retweeted something earlier this week, and we just got to make sure we don't forget how great Jeff Gordon was. I know Jeff Gordon's not a ringer.
But Jeff Gordon wasn't racing against the same competition either.
I understand that, but he was unbeatable. Which Shane's
because nobody
getting
else
close.
tried. He was racing against Rusty Wallace. Rusty Wallace didn't put effort into road course racing.
But he also wasn't dealing with stages and multiple... He also wasn't... SVG's been dodging a few bullets, too. Like, it's not apples to apples.
You can't prove to me that he's not the best road racer ever. So there you go. I'm going to stick with it. He's the best.
Best NASCAR road racer ever.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Best road racer in NASCAR.
I don't want to. That's too early.
Dude, he's on record pace just as far as wins in NASCAR.
But Chase Elliott did this already, and he's fallen back to earth. Let's give it a little time.
Yeah, but
You would have said
Chase Elliott didn't do it like this, James.
I know, but dude, he was also unbeatable when we showed up at road courses for a stretch. Like,
yeah.
It's not like we don't have somebody gets hot and figures something out, and then eventually the field will figure something out. There will be somebody who takes this on as a personal challenge.
Well, and here's the thing. We are glowing on Shane Van Gisbergen. Rightfully so. What he has accomplished is amazing.
Yep.
What does that say about Connor Zilisch?
I know, he went toe-to-toe with him.
Because Connor Zilisch beat him flat out in the same equipment.
Chris Buscher did too.
Well, Chris Buscher didn't have equal equipment, though.
Well, I mean, but beat him flat out. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But I mean, there was, he beat him in the exact same equipment. They were both JRM cars.
It's a title fight. Like,
yeah,
the guys are throwing haymakers at
What's
each
it going to be like when Connor Zilisch gets in the Cup car and is comfortable in the Cup car?
Right. It's going to take him time, I think.
Oh yeah, it will. It has to. It'll take him a year.
I think I'll throw one back at you too. I think if you took the majority of the Cup field and put them all in the Xfinity series, I don't know if Shane Van Gisbergen's running for second place. I think it might look a little bit different.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree.
He's still going to be up there.
We've already who's the second best road racer in NASCAR? Probably AJ Allmendinger, maybe.
Not anymore.
Well, he was, and he wasn't.
One time he was.
He wasn't beating Shane in the Xfinity car, so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I tell you what, though, I've seen enough from Chase Briscoe to start having the conversation with like he might be the B class winner because.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was good in Chicago until he had issues. I mean, he's in two weeks in a row. I know he's gotten his butt kicked, but he's the first guy getting his butt kicked, and he's not that far back. You know what I mean? He's made a lot of improvements. I wonder if he might have something at Watkins Glen.
Well, since you mentioned him, James,
yeah,
I want to ask you a question. The caution that comes out at the end.
Yeah. Yep.
Chase Elliott pits.
Mm-hmm.
Chase Briscoe stays out.
Yep.
Was that not the dumbest thing?
What?
You're not going to beat him. You already know you're not going to beat him, so why stay out? Everybody's going to pit behind you. Why stay out?
Yeah. I think, though...
That was his only chance to beat Shane was to pit.
But there's also the chance that there's going to be a calamity at the start. So maybe
Yeah, but who's the calamity going to be? It's going to be him.
Probably, but if somebody takes out... I mean, Shane was getting bumped around on that last restart pretty hard.
No, I agree.
But
you're not going to beat him equal.
No, you can't, but fresh tires weren't going to matter.
Yeah, it was. If he lined up next to him with fresh tires, he had a chance.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have been next to him, though. Somebody would have stayed out.
Yeah, but look at where Chase got. Chase Elliott. Briscoe would have been closer.
He would have.
He'd at least been one position closer.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough to second guess.
I didn't understand that decision. Especially when he cheated to go to pit road. I'm like, yeah, that's the right decision. And then he swerves out. It's like, no, really, like you're not going to beat him. At that point, to me, at that point the race was over because Chase Elliott was too far back. And Chase Elliott cooked it when he went off track. I mean, when Chase went off track, that was the end for him. He might have gotten there, but I don't think Chase would have put the bumper to him either. So I don't think it would have changed anything. I think Shane still would have won that race.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, yeah. And, Briscoe had a chance to ship him a couple times too on those restarts and didn't. Oh,
he could have. Yeah. He raced them clean.
We've seen Briscoe ship people before when he thought he's been wronged. Denny Hamlin.
Yeah. I think SVG though has respect.
Oh, I agree.
Enough. Yeah.
I agree. SVG has learned how to race rough and aggressive without racing dirty.
Yeah.
Which is
everybody
perfect.
Everybody respects him.
Yeah, 100%. Well, yeah, you hear races. That even like these guys aren't even disappointed that he's beating them. They're all impressed by what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
It's not like they're not sore losers because they're getting beaten by him. They're praising what he's doing.
Right. Yep.
So
it's amazing.
Yeah, you have in the notes. Did anyone stand a chance at all? No. I mean, the only way you stood a chance is to wreck him.
No, there really was no competition in this race.
Was it Chase Briscoe that proposed that we just make Shane start last in every road course race to make it exciting?
I mean, that's fair.
I'm good with that. Yeah,
that's fair.
I think he'd still win.
He might. He might.
I'm looking forward to Watkins Glen because that's the most like equal we've seen him. But again, let's remember When
He's
Shane
got a
raced
lot
that
more-
race last
yeah.
year, he didn't have a lot of experience in this car.
Yeah, he's got a lot more seat time now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just crazy.
Yeah. Well, he'll be 4 laps down on Sunday, and everybody's good.
That's the thing. We don't have to worry about him for 3 weeks now.
I know.
About him for
Yeah,
3
he's
weeks.
not going to come up at all. Yeah, he's won 2 races in a row, and then we won't even hear about him until we get to the Glen. So.
Yep. Most wins by a rookie with 3.
Tied. Yep.
Tied with Tony Stewart and Jimmy Johnson.
So I saw people getting mad about Carl Edwards not being on that list, but I know Carl won 4 in his first full season, but he was a rookie.
Yeah, he started in Michigan in
He
August.
took that job. That's what he gave up.
Yep. I was there for race number 1 for Carl.
Me too. Yep.
There you go.
I remember that race. It was a big deal. Jeff Burton getting the boot.
Yep. So, I mean, he's tied for wins this season now with Christopher Bell.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 wins. Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Larson.
Yep.
I hear a lot of people saying, yeah, but that's 3 road course races. But I mean, is that any different? Well, is that any different than saying, well, I mean, it's 3 intermediate rate wins or 3 super speedway wins. It's still 3 wins.
A win is a win.
Yeah.
No win is more valuable than the other unless it's the Coke 600. Then it's more valuable. No, listen, man. Guy was hired to do a job. He's doing it the best that he's possibly could.
Yeah.
There's no argument. Like, I don't want to hear he's not a playoff driver. Yep. Championship contenders, we already talked about this.
Yeah.
Championship contender I'll talk about. I don't want to hear anything about the playoff driver stuff anymore because the rules are the rules. And he's amazing and he's qualified. So.
Well, not only is he a playoff driver, he is almost likely to make it to the round of 8.
He could. I still think that's going to be a tall order.
I don't know, man.
We'll see.
If you can just finish in round one.
Well, here's the thing. He can do a little bit differently too. Is he can game the stage points if it works in his favor. Yep. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. He's going to have a little flexibility now. Because he'll have nothing to lose.
Well, and you can also, like you said, and just in the same respect, he can take more risks too.
Yeah, because he's got basically half a race in the bank now.
Right.
With the playoff points that he's earned, so
it's
pretty valuable.
Yeah. Red Bull back in victory lane. I think that's a big story.
That was a good one. Yep.
Cool to see for sure. Sweet looking car too, though. I like that car.
Red Bull always has good schemes.
One of the best burnout drivers in NASCAR.
Yep.
Ever.
Yeah.
Pretty good at those.
Yeah, he stands on it. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Anything else about Shane? I mean,
I have the list in front of me. Are you ready?
Yeah, I've got it in front of me too. Go for it.
Okay, I got a list. NASCAR drivers who have won 3 consecutive road course races.
Okay, I don't have that list. That's a good one.
This is a list. This is a real good list. David. Okay, here we go. David Pearson 3, Tim Richmond 3, Rusty Wallace 3, Tony Stewart 3, Shane Van Gisbergen 3, Dan Gurney. We're going way back. Dan Gurney won 4, and then 2 left here. We've got Chase Elliott with 4, and here we go. Jeff Gordon went 3 consecutive seasons without losing at a road course. 6 straight road course wins. So that's a pretty high mark.
Yeah.
But that's a list, man. That is a list. I love that.
I read it last week, but tied with wins with Bobby Hamilton.
Michael Waltrip, he passed, I think.
Joe Nemechek. No, he's tied with Waltrip.
Tied with Michael Waltrip, yep.
Tied with Ricky Stenhouse Jr., tied with Morgan Shepherd, Ken Schrader, and Joe Nemechek. Among others. I think there's others in there too, but those are the notable ones at 4.
The Michael Waltrip one made me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
but,
that.
I mean, there's another one, those are all super speedways, so.
Yeah, well, yeah, there you go.
I mean,
yeah,
it's no different.
It's the same, yeah. Same but different, right?
I mean, there's 6 road course races in a 36 race season. That's almost a quarter of the season as road courses.
Right.
That matters. That means something.
Definitely does. It definitely matters.
We had some stuff go on in this race. A lot of people said that this wasn't a good race, and James, I don't know about you, but I kind of enjoyed this race. I thought this was one of the better Sonoma races we've seen in a while.
Yep. I do. I agree with that.
I think certainly the best Sonoma race we've seen with this car.
Yes. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that too.
We kind of expect the beginning stage and maybe the first 2 stages to be pretty much green flag and stretch out. And then the third stage is going to bunch up and get a little crazy at the start. And then maybe you get a late yellow, and it's exactly what we got here.
Yeah. Yep.
But I mean, Sonoma, they've taken most of the possible like caution flag areas out of it. There's only a couple spots you can hit tires, or you will hit tires. That brings out a caution. Or, you get stuck on a hill like Ryan Blaney did, and that can cause a caution. Otherwise, it's getting dirt or oil on the track. There won't be a caution otherwise. So
right.
So it is what it is. But so let's talk about some of our scuffles, on-track scuffles we had in this race.
We did have a couple good ones. Yeah, it was a couple good ones. Which one do you want to start with?
I don't know. You go down your list, man. You got the list on here.
Well, the first one, the most notable one, was Blaney, because he ended up in the hill.
Yeah.
And he was not happy with Chris Buscher after that.
Yeah.
I love Blaney when he gets on the radio and gets mad.
Yeah, but they talked about it on Harvick's podcast this week. If you're gonna, and I know Blaney came out and said that he's just blowing off steam on the radio. Doesn't mean he's actually gonna do it. But if you're gonna talk crap, man, stick up for yourself.
Oh yeah.
Do something. As Harvick said, like, sometimes you just gotta dump somebody, and then they stop pushing you around.
I think that was a racing incident too. I don't know if Chris. I don't think Chris was malicious or anything. But we haven't seen a car get. I can't recall a car getting into that specific area.
No, usually they hit that barrier, if anything.
Yeah, they hit the barrier first, or they end up, into turn 1 up the hill. They wreck there. But we haven't seen a car get over there in a long time. So
probably lucky he kept it on all fours, to be honest, because we've seen cars flip there in the past.
The one that everybody's been talking about is they can't believe Josh Berry just absolutely obliterated Carson Hocevar. For God knows what reason. I don't know what was going on there, but they had a little back and forth in turn 11, and then they climb up the hill, and Josh just says, "Okay, I'm sending you."
Have we seen anything official on this? Because I kind of thought he locked up the front tires.
I didn't see him say anything.
I mean, you wouldn't, because you'd get penalized probably. But I don't. It sure looked intentional, but I don't honestly think it was. I think he just ran it in there hard and locked the front.
It seems out of character for Josh Berry, right?
Yeah. I did like the Wood Brothers social media, which their team's really good, bringing up Hocevar wrecking Harrison Burton last year.
Oh yeah, completely dumb. Intentionally under caution.
Then Harrison Burton with the Homer Simpson going into the bush meme. That was pretty good. Good Twitter.
Yeah, that was good.
Good stuff. I don't think this was intentional. If it was, I mean, good. Spin him. If he pissed you off, spin him.
Why not?
Yeah.
It's just so out of character for that guy. You just don't see.
I think we are starting to see the missteps of Carson Hocevar catch up to him, because even if it wasn't intentional, nobody also cares.
Yeah, nobody cares. That's right.
Yeah, they're not going to give him the benefit of the doubt. They're going to, if they get into him, who cares?
Yeah,
he does it to everybody else.
Right. So, yeah, it happens.
How about Ross versus his current / former teammate, Daniel Suarez?
So, Eric, it's been 2 weeks in a row with Ross now.
Yeah.
Is he back?
I think this incident was Suarez's fault.
It might be.
Suarez ducked down there to block, and Ross couldn't stop by that point, I don't think. It was pretty tough. It was a pretty tough angle. Yeah, I mean, where was Ross going to go? And you're already braking late there. So I don't personally think that it was Ross's fault. Suarez, but I hope Ross is back. I want the old Ross back. Dude, Suarez was mad. I'm sure he was. And he had a right to be. Yeah. I mean, even if he did kind of make a mistake, I don't know. But yeah, he got spun out, and he got spun out by his teammate on a team that he's just got fired from. So yeah, I'll say this: 2 weeks in a row, Ross has found himself in a little bit of a situation. So I'm here for it, man. I hope he's back. I'm not sure. I am. I'm not ready to bring the nickname back out yet. I'll tell you that. I slipped on the nickname because I like him being like that. So yeah. I forgot. We're going to talk about one more battle, but
There's one I forgot.
Yeah, I probably know which one you're talking about. It's probably the one we're going to spend the most time on. Yeah, there you
go.
Yeah, Larson had some issues.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Larson was struggling with his car all day. It's really strange. They're not right now.
There's something wrong there for sure. They have been out to lunch since Indy.
Yeah, they got wrecked out, and it's just not looking like you would expect it to look. I wonder if there's just, I don't know, some attrition going on there, or
I don't know. What's going on. I don't know what it is. Something's weird.
No, we'll say that, and he'll go win Dover.
Yeah, I mean, he has won 3 races this season, but
he loves Dover too.
Yes, he loves Dover. Well, he runs really well at Dover, but he's also only got 1 win at Dover.
Yeah, well, it's like Homestead. You know, he's really good at Homestead and got 1 win there. So, but yeah, it's just that is something to keep an eye on. Like I was watching Byron because I saw last week at Chicago. I'm like, okay, Byron ran 1 lap. He's gonna come out and have a really strong race. Like I feel like William Byron, if he's a contender, he will show up at Sonoma and he'll be top 5.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened. Like he showed up and Larson, like I don't understand why Larson's not doing the same. He's every bit as good as Byron on a road course. So
yeah,
and if not better. So I don't know.
I'd say
it's
better.
Just something to keep an eye on.
Been out to lunch, man. The whole team just has been out to lunch.
I'm gonna say let's wait 1 more week, but let's keep an eye on it after that.
Well, I'm not willing to panic. Period, because again, they've got 3 wins. They're in good shape. They're in the playoffs. They don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah.
They just they need to get hot in 8 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever it is.
Right.
So it doesn't matter that much, but obviously they'd be happier if they were performing better right now.
Yep.
But maybe they're trying stuff. Maybe they're Jimmy Johnson in it right now.
Oh, they could be.
They
could be.
So.
All right, here's the one we're gonna have to talk about.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this discussion because you and I are going to disagree.
Ty Gibbs versus RFK.
Yeah.
The pit road incident that caused a ruckus on the Twitterverse.
Yeah, I don't know. What was the incident? The crew member going over and confronting the other team? What was the
crew? Well, so let's give the whole.
I don't know of there was any other part that was an incident.
Let's give the whole rundown. So Ty Gibbs enters the box pretty deep, right? We'll say that.
No, but okay.
Okay. All right. And then he kind of hits one of the RFK guys on the
clips the tire.
Wrist.
Clips the
tire, twists him around.
Yeah.
RFK guys finish their stop. Gibbs finishes his stop, and then we have a little fracas on pit road. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm. And you think Ty Gibbs did it on purpose?
I think yes, he absolutely did. On purpose. Yes, NASCAR said it was fine, so I can't argue with that.
NASCAR said he didn't do anything wrong.
Yep, with the infinite wisdom of NASCAR.
Dale Jr. said he didn't do anything wrong. Steve Letarte said he didn't do anything wrong.
Now, I don't know
Kevin Harvick said he didn't do anything wrong.
Now, here's what I want to do.
Okay.
Have you seen the images of him entering his box multiple times during the race?
No.
Okay. So he definitely entered his box a lot deeper towards the wall than he normally did the rest of the race.
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
When he did that, when he entered other times, was he pitting at the same time as Brad Keselowski or no?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, he was in front of him. Probably not as close.
So here's the thing. And I think if you haven't listened to Happy Hour this week, Harvick has a good discussion on this. I think his is the best one I heard this week. I listened to a bunch of podcasts this week. I really liked his explanation of it. First of all, if you watch the replay, especially the overhead replay, actually, honestly, if you watch the camera on the crew member, the replay, you look at the lines painted on pit road. There's the line where the tire is supposed to line up to, and then there's the line that's essentially the middle of the pit stall.
Yep.
He is almost on the middle of the line pit stall as a car is pitting in front of him. Like, legally, he's allowed to be there.
Yep.
But legally, Ty Gibbs is allowed to be where he is too.
Yes.
So I think personally, if you have the choice between a 3,500 pound race car and a 250 pound person, you give the right away to the race car, right?
You typically would, right? Yeah.
I mean, the guy's not moving the race car, but the race car is going to move the guy.
But did you see the angle that RFK posted on their social feed? Okay. Yes. I mean, if people forget how fast they are going on pit road.
I get
it. It's coming at you quick, right?
But look at Brad Keselowski coming to his pit stall. It's the same angle.
He's coming in deep too. Here, Eric, here's the thing. Here's where here's where I'll try to. I'm not going to change your mind on this.
I'm going to agree with you when you say this because I think I know where you're going. I'm going to agree with you, and I'll give you a reason why. But go ahead. And I'll give you a reason why it's okay. Go ahead. Give me your reason. I'm ready for you.
Okay, so all right. Let me start it like this. How many close calls do we get on pit road every single week? Like, we never see the close calls, right?
Right.
I mean, those guys are in the trenches. I mean, it's the most dangerous thing you can do in sports, I would say, being on pit road in a NASCAR race, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many times you see pit crew members get into fights like right after pit stops?
Yeah. It doesn't
you think there's like
often.
there's probably a code between the pit guys, right?
We don't know if there's any discussions or things like that. But
I'm sure there's
generally we don't have a confrontation on pit road.
Right. So that leads me to believe one of two things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, number one, Ty Gibbs had some intent to intimidate, which I believe this to be true. I think he just saw that guy and said, honestly, I think he just said, nah, screw him. I'm pitting.
Mm-hmm.
Which he probably did. I think we can probably agree on that.
Yeah, I honestly will agree 100%. And I think we can agree.
I think we agree on that part of it. I also think too.
I don't think there's a problem with that either necessarily. But go ahead.
I think too. This is a reputation thing.
Yeah, probably.
I think if it's another driver, maybe not Ross Chastain, but Ty Gibbs has a bit of a, he's got a bit of a history of stirring the pot in certain ways. So I think
TV played this up more and made it a bigger deal too, because TV made it seem like Ty was doing it because he was upset with RFK because he had contact with Buscher before this. And I guarantee you, he's not thinking about this as an RFK team and I just got hooked by Buscher. And I also guarantee you that crew guy on Brad's team isn't thinking about that's why he did it either. So again, Harvick talked about it today, and he said that this sort of stuff happens all the time, that they will frequently, try to make life difficult. If you see a crew member out in your stall further than you expect them to be, then you're going to clip them. I mean, you're going to run them tight and basically tell them not to be in that space.
Right.
And not only that, but it goes the other way too. The crew members are trained to interfere as well legally and get in that space and make life difficult for the guy pitting as well. Yeah. So honestly, I think this is all part of the game. I don't think there's anything here.
Gamesmanship.
I think the only thing that makes it something is the fact that he went down and confronted the other team. I'm mixed on that because personally, I think that's a bad look and I don't think that's something you should do. Harvick said he loved it.
And that's the thing. Like, we never see that. So that led me to believe like something happened here that we
look. The first time I watched the replay, I'm like, holy crap. Yeah. He really just came in there. And then as I watched it over and over again and I compared other pit stops, it really just didn't look that crazy. And Harvick made a good point too, that, it used to be you had to stay on the pit wall and you could jump off the pit wall when they were within two stalls. Well, NASCAR's changed the rule to where those tire carriers are allowed to stand on pit road near the pit wall within that quarter of the pit box. So that affects it too. And I mean, it just comes down to, first of all, whether there was intent or not, there is no possible way NASCAR can officiate that, because if you start officiating that, you've got to do it for 40 guys on pit road. And there's so much of that stuff that happens in so many close calls that there's just no way you're opening a can of worms.
Yep.
Fortunately, he didn't get. I mean, I think its wrist got tweaked, but he finished the pit stop. I don't know how it might be on that. So
he was okay.
I mean, again, first of all, you're jumping over a pit wall with a car going 40 miles an hour past you or faster
like
on the track.
Rock and a hard place situation, right? You got two things that are two immovable objects that don't want to budge.
Yeah, and look, I'm not saying it's okay to go run pit guys because it's a freaking dangerous job and we don't want those guys to get hurt. But it's dangerous.
It is.
There's no way around it. There's no way to make it not dangerous.
Yes, it's always going to be dangerous.
We've done a lot to make it a lot safer.
These guys are going. Yep, as fast as these guys are going, and fast as they're turning out pit stops, it's always going to be like that.
Yeah, short of having controlled pit stops, every pit stop, there's nothing you can do to fix it. So.
Right. Yeah, and I watched. I probably brought this up on the podcast before, but I watched Daytona 500 from NASCAR Classics when it was after the Bill Elliott incident on pit road.
Oh God. Yeah.
And we started it. We had a Daytona 500 where pit stops were like that, Eric. They were controlled.
Yeah, and they had freaking stickers on the cars, and you could either pit on the odd lap or the even lap, and oh my god, it was a nightmare. It was so complicated.
Can you imagine in the age of Twitter if that had happened? Oh my god, people would lose their minds.
No, but again, somebody got killed.
Somebody got killed, and they were trying to be safe. Exactly. Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, you've got to.
That's one thing. Like, I start to question, like, because it's all about safety, right? That's why we have these rules on pit road. I realize that there's the fun of the, making pit road speed and speeding penalties and all that stuff that makes it more interesting, that plays into the strategy. But it's instances like that where I go, maybe IndyCar's got it right, where they just have a button on the dash that they push and they stay at pit speed. Like, maybe we don't need them screwing with pit road speed because it's a safety thing and we shouldn't be worried.
Well, and F1 is another example. They don't fuel the cars anymore. Yeah. Because it got really nasty fueling those cars, and for safety reasons, they just don't do it anymore.
We had a fire on pit road in the NASCAR race this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I figured that was going to be a nice long discussion. I was ready for that one.
Well,
I'm a little disappointed we didn't argue more, but...
Well, the problem is like in the moment when it happens, we do our best work in chat.
Yeah, right.
And my favorite part was when you messaged, you go, Todd, don't feed into what he's doing. He's just trying to. I was like, dang it, no, don't give away the gig, man. This is what I do.
You were trying so hard to rev him up.
I know. I was having so much fun with that.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
That had nothing to do with the Ty Gibbs conversation. No. I won't say what I said in the chat though, because
it was good stuff.
Yeah, NASCAR fans will come after me.
Oh, it'll be over for you. You'll be canceled.
Yep, I think so.
I do sometimes wonder if we should do the teardown thing and record right after the race, because some of these arguments and discussions would be so much better.
Sometimes it gets really fun. Yeah.
It's nice having the extra information after the fact though. So don't get me wrong, what Jordan and Jeff do is tough to come right after the race without knowing all the details and discuss the whole race like that. It's impressive. So
they do a really good job,
especially being there, because there's stuff you miss. There's a lot of stuff you get, but there's a lot of stuff you miss being there.
Yeah, they found they've got a good balance. Like they're doing good. They're doing good stuff.
Yeah, we'll let them have that time slot.
They can have that. Oh yeah, yeah. We'll be the follow up. We'll be the dessert to the main course.
Brad Keselowski says there's too many road course races in NASCAR, James.
I don't think he's wrong.
I do.
NASCAR is an oval series.
It's not. It's not an oval series.
Eric.
The first race of the year for how many years was a road course?
I get it. I get it. But the majority of NASCAR has always been run on ovals. I feel like the percentage is off now, and I don't disagree with Brad. I don't think we need
less than a quarter of the races.
Is 5 enough? What's the right number?
Honestly, I think the only reason we have an issue right now is because we had so many clumped together.
Well, yeah,
they're not spaced out very well,
and the travel's been terrible for the teams too. Which is, they're jumping these cars all over the place. 2
road course races back to back. We've got 4 in a 2.5 month span.
Yeah, we went Mexico City, couple in between, Chicago, Sonoma, couple in between, Watkins Glen.
Yeah, they're too clumped together, and I don't know how you fix that necessarily because of where they're located. Certainly, racing in San Diego versus Chicago will help. But then if you throw a Canadian race in there, then that screws that up. So I don't know.
And I'm not even going to get you started on Charlotte Roval because I know you're going to get mad about it.
I don't care if it goes. I still prefer it. I still like having it. But I'd be fine with 5.
Yeah.
I
think 5's the right number.
I think 6 is a good number, but I don't care. I think there's a place for them. I think
5.
Honestly,
5 with 1 in the playoffs.
You want to know?
Is fine.
You know what? I don't think there's a right number because I don't think it needs to be the same every year.
I think if you have 4 of 26 and then 1 of 10, I think that's the right number. Whatever that means.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Maybe, but I would really like to, if we're going to have a road course in the playoffs, that it is an actual road course.
Yeah, I would I liked when we had Watkins Glen in.
Yeah, Watkins Glen was good in the playoffs.
Yep. I know it's hard to do that. It's hard to get into New York in the fall though. You start getting a little sketchy. So
yeah, you can do it in September.
San Diego in the fall is nice though.
You can do it in September. September in New York isn't bad.
No, early in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm good with the number changing each year, which it sounds like it may change next year. We'll see. We'll get into that here in a couple minutes, but yeah, I'm good with 6. I'm good with 5. I think 7 was too many.
7's too many.
7 was pushing it. But
I think 5's the right number.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Because we got good ovals, man. We got good ovals. An oval racing is good right now.
We do have good ovals, but we go to several ovals twice still.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to get away from. And I
don't mind that though. With a couple of them.
Yeah.
A couple of them I don't mind.
I don't either, but I don't know how you pick, right?
Well, you're not gonna. Yeah.
How do you pick what tracks are okay to have 2 races? Okay.
Well, Daytona
should have 2 races, right? It's got the Daytona 500. So okay, Daytona's got 2 races. Talladega should have 2 races because Talladega is Talladega. Okay, great. Well, Atlanta should have 2 races. It's the best track on the circuit.
Well, Atlanta,
all right, so
Atlanta was almost dead.
We got Atlanta. It's got to have 2 races. Well, Darlington should have 2 races. It's the oldest track.
See, now
you just get into too much of that. There's
what you're
races.
doing. You know what you're doing is, which is a good thing though, is you just mentioned 6 super speedways. And
yeah.
I know Atlanta's its own version of a super speedway, but it's still a super speedway.
I love super speedways, but I would not. I know I'll get crucified for this. But if we're going to do the 1 race thing, I'm fine with, okay, we just go to Talladega once. We just go to Daytona once.
I kind of like the idea of the 6 and 6 and, maybe 6 is the right number for certain track types.
If you only go to Daytona and Talladega once, maybe you then put some more banking in Michigan, and now Michigan's a super speedway, and now we even that number out a little bit.
I'm not doing that. Leave it alone.
I don't think we need to be going to tracks unless they're selling out. I don't think we need to be going to tracks twice.
It's a different time. Yeah, we can't go to tracks twice, except for Daytona. I mean, you can't take Daytona.
But that's, again, now, as soon as you say you got to do Daytona.
I can't do that, though.
And then the next thing is, okay, well, there's this other track that we got to do 2 at. And there's this, well, we almost lost Darlington. We got to do Darlington twice, right?
Darlington, I love Darlington too much to.
Darlington shouldn't have 2 races. There's 1 race that matters, and there's 1 race that doesn't.
I love Darlington.
I do too, James, but I love Michigan. And I hear a lot of people say, okay, so I say, watch Kansas. Kansas is going to lose a date here eventually. And people say, no, they're never going to take a race away from Kansas. Listen, they took a race away from Michigan.
If they have one really bad stinker.
If there is a track on the circuit that you would expect them not to take a race from, it's the one where the big 3 are located. They took a race away from Michigan. That tells me that any track can lose a date.
I think you got to remember another thing here too, Eric.
No, I don't. I'm right. I'm right and you're wrong.
I know you are. I know you're always right. I know. There are giant NASCAR based economies built around
I get it.
Some of these places.
But NASCAR doesn't care.
No, but Daytona is NASCAR. Talladega is NASCAR. Like I don't want to get too far away from some of the like we went away from our roots. I
understand what you're saying. But so we should go back to 28 races and we should race every track twice.
Now you're speaking my language. Yes.
If they added another race back to Michigan, I'd be thrilled. But
I am a massive supporter of smaller schedule, but that's a conversation for another day because you hate my smaller schedule thing.
I do. I if we could do it with only going to tracks once, maybe.
Okay. Well,
but I would love to see another race added at Michigan, but I also would love to see a race added to Chicagoland. I'd love to see Kentucky Speedway come back.
Well, that's the thing.
I'd love to see Road America come back. Why does Road America not have a NASCAR race?
Michigan, Chicago, Road America, those are perfect places for one date.
Yes.
But I just think you've got to go to Talladega and Daytona twice. I would even say like Atlanta could be once again, but then you're going to say loves that right now.
But then you're going to say, well, we got to go to Bristol twice.
Oh boy. I still think we need to go to Bristol twice. We still need to go to Bristol twice. Yeah. And Martinsville.
And Martinsville.
No.
Yep.
There's certain places you got to go twice.
Nope. It's all or nothing, man.
All right. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Wow. Didn't think that was the tangent we'd get down today.
Right. I don't think we mentioned it. Maybe we did. 97 laps led by Shane Van Gisbergen in this race, most ever at Sonoma. Pretty impressive. Only driver with double digits, of course. The next most laps led in this race was Ross Chastain with 4.
Yeah. And he won a stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shane wins the second stage despite pitting. That was impressive.
Yeah, because Larson tried to steal it and that That didn't work out, unfortunately, for him.
Did not work. Yeah, there you go. We know the highest finishing rookie was first. Again, Shane Van Gisbergen.
Again, yep.
William Byron, points leader, 14 points over Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott he's quietly, James,
He's been quietly
best driver in NASCAR right now, I think.
Well, he's around.
He's doing the old way.
Yeah. Old school way.
Yep.
Yeah, the way his fans would prefer it. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Yep.
He's just quietly clicking off good finishes.
Just top fives and top tens. I don't think he's finished outside of the top 20 in the entire season.
Yeah,
I
think you're right. It's been really, really good. So
no, he's been solid.
The day before, the pit boss FoodMaxx 250 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. We already pretty much covered this. Again, Shane Van Gisbergen dominates, but Connor Zilisch gets the win in the end. And I mean, Shane led 46, Connor led 24, so Connor did a lot better than the other Cup guys.
I think you got that backwards. Flip-flop.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I guess Connor dominated. So
Connor dominated this.
But
he was great.
didn't, though, because I think Shane was really riding and letting him.
Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't any reason to go battle him for that first place finish.
But he went toe-to-toe with him, which is impressive, man.
He did
it in Chicago, and he learned his lesson. For being 18, he is so mature.
I cannot wait to see him in a Cup car. Full-time in a Cup car.
He's got it. Yeah, he's really good in this Xfinity Series car. I wonder what that Cup car transition is going to look like. I don't know if he needs more. Well, we're going to find out soon. He's going to be in a Cup car next year. So
yeah, he's going to be good 6 times a year.
If at least, yeah. Maybe he gives Shane a run for his money. I don't know.
I think he's going to make Shane look. Human because he's also going to be good on ovals.
Yeah.
So
it's just the Cup Series when you bumped up. It's always
it's a huge step.
We thought very highly of Ty Gibbs' talent, and he's been.
Yep.
He's had a hard time.
No, you're not wrong. I do not think Connor is going to come light up the world in his first season. I think the second season is when you're going to watch for him.
The thing with Connor that you gotta look at is just how he's just got that. It's hard to describe. He is just so mature. He is so smooth.
Yep.
He doesn't get rattled. And it's so strange for somebody so young to just be like, yeah, I got this.
But when he does get rattled, he loses his mind.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
He
doesn't get rattled often.
He rips the fenders off the car. He just still makes rookie mistakes, just not as often.
Can I give you his last handful of finishes?
Yeah, go for it.
To give you even more how more impressive he is. Let's start with Charlotte. We'll go back to Charlotte, 2nd, Nashville, 2nd, Mexico City, 5th, Pocono win, Atlanta 4th, Chicago 2nd, Sonoma 1st. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he's led a bunch of laps. He's led laps in all of those races. So I think championship contender Connor Zilisch has now entered the chat.
Now, to be fair, Connor Zilisch is racing for the best team in the Xfinity.
Well, he's got the best stuff.
Bar none.
Yeah.
They are significantly better than everybody right now. Junior Motorsports has by far surpassed Gibbs in the Xfinity program. I mean,
they've got the drivers, too. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Gibbs's lineup's a little softer.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, for sure. For sure. But, it's something. I'd love to see Kyle Busch go run a JRM car in the Xfinity Series just to see if he was the old Kyle Busch.
I'd love to see what that looks like. Yeah, I'd love to see what that looks like.
That would be fun.
That young buck's come a long way since he won about a year ago. His first start. It's crazy.
It's impressive.
Yep.
So often we talk about these guys that to look out for, and then they kind of disappear for a while. Connor hasn't done that yet.
I know, he's just getting started, man. It's crazy.
Very impressive. Again, highest finishing rookie, first place in this one. Justin Allgaier, points leader, 59 points over Sam Mayer. Anything else to talk about with the Xfinity race? I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
That's pretty straightforward, yep.
Pretty much a 2-car race.
Yep.
All right, let's talk some news, James. We got lawsuit news. I'm going to do my best to talk about lawsuit stuff without getting too in the weeds because
this is tough.
It's legal stuff.
Yeah.
But as of right now, right? We still at this point They're
Yeah, I mean,
2311 and furniture front row will be without charters as of tomorrow.
Yeah, as of tomorrow. So we're recording this on Tuesday. We are going into Wednesday, assuming they will be losing their charter, but I say assuming things could change very quickly.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, yeah, 2311.
This is such a game of Jenga right now, because if you really start getting into the weeds of what all this means,
it's a house of freaking cards.
Yeah, there's so much stuff. Whatever the decision becomes, has such a huge effect. Because so if they're allowed to keep their charters or run as chartered teams through the rest of the season or whatever, obviously they're earning money and all this stuff. And then what happens if they lose at the end? Then all that money is going to have to go back, right?
Pay all that money back to NASCAR. Yep.
And that money then you would assume get distributed to the other teams, because that's what the charter agreement says. And then there's the opposite end, that if the charters are revoked, then do they have to pay back the money for the season so far? They should.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, my understanding is they do. Yep.
And then NASCAR can sell the charters in theory.
Yeah, that's where it's going to get tough.
But
NASCAR,
they didn't sign the contract, so NASCAR should be able to sell them, right?
Yeah, NASCAR owns the charter. Yep.
And then you sell them, and then they win. What happens then? Like, how do you can't?
Yeah, I know.
You take the charters back from who you sold them to?
You shouldn't be allowed to sell the charters until the case is done.
It's such a mess.
It's a mess.
Absolute mess.
I wish they would just settle it and be done.
Yeah.
It's gonna eventually settle. Just be done with it.
Right.
But NASCAR says that the 2311 and front row teams don't want to talk about that. So I don't know.
Do we think, like, did they, either way, legally, they're not entitled to something. So if they signed the charter agreement, then legally they can't sue.
Right.
But they didn't sign the charter agreement, so they can sue, but legally they're not chartered teams, so they shouldn't get the charter benefits. What do you think they made the right choice? Should they have signed and then sued?
No, because they want to make some big changes. I think that I don't know if they're going about it the right way, but they're coming at it very aggressively. So, I mean, they're in it now.
Oh yeah, 100%. You can't change at this point.
No, you're in the thick of it unless you do plan to settle. But yeah, it's such a mess, Eric. I don't know, man.
I just really would like to know, which we don't know. I would really like to know what they want out of this. Like, what is it that they're suing? Like, what is their ultimate goal to accomplish?
They just want more money for all the teams, is what they want. But
yeah, but how? Like, there's inner workings. That's what I'm curious about, and we may never. I mean, we may never know.
I don't know.
But we certainly won't know before it's settled or ruled upon.
I'll never forget that judge, though, saying a couple months ago, like, why are you guys burning the house down?
Right.
You guys could be done with this. And that's just stuck in my brain ever since.
Well, we're going to talk in a couple of minutes about something else that if we keep this direction going, it could lead to the effects that we saw Saturday and Sunday at another state with another series. And that's the thing. Like right now, NASCAR is growing again. I will certainly argue that NASCAR is back growing. Will they ever get where they were in the 2000s? No, never again. But they are growing, and this stands to make that crumble. I hope it doesn't, but who knows? Who knows?
These freaking charters are getting to be a lot.
Yeah, well, and since you mentioned that, we've got another charter dispute going on as well with Legacy and Rick Ware Racing, and that was in court yesterday too. It was a virtual hearing, and it was short, but the fact that Rick Ware Racing has decided to sell has now thrown a whole wrench of things into that, because if the judge is basically saying you can't, if you sell, then there's no lawsuit. Like, you could be held in contempt. And so that's a whole mess.
You had a deal in place with Legacy.
Right.
So
how do you sell a charter that you've already sold?
Why did Legacy get into Why did Legacy get into the Rick Ware business? I don't know. I know they
wanted a charter, man.
But man, I don't know. I would have stayed away from Rick Ware.
Yeah. It's a mess.
What are you gonna do? I know that's another because
This one doesn't have sport-wide implications. It just is between these two teams.
Team versus team. Yeah.
So it's
Jimmy,
obviously
Jimmy
not
wants a third car.
Yeah, he does. And there's only so many charters. I mean,
I know.
I guess this lawsuit could drop if 2311 and Front Row lose their charters and they go up for sale.
Well, I think people forget too with the new agreement. And Eric, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
The cap is 3.
Yes.
So
yes, we know we know unofficially, because I don't know that it's actually we haven't seen it in writing, but it has been said that the cap is 3, except for the teams
so if Jimmy
that are
Johnson can
in.
get that third charter to Legacy, he's full.
Yeah.
And that's the basis for every team. So of course that's why you would consider it. So
yeah, that's why Daniel Suarez is looking for a ride next season, because that they have their 3 charters and that charter is going to somebody else.
Yeah.
So but yeah, interesting.
Fun to watch.
Yeah.
Well, not fun, but
I don't know. I certainly want the 2311 and Front Row thing to be done. And I wonder too, is Front Row regretting their decision? Because 2311 has the cash to do this. Does Front Row have the cash to do this?
Well, I think they're together. That's probably part of it.
Yeah, but I mean, so what?
I mean, you get to hang out with Michael Jordan. Jordan's
writing the checks to continue to run Front Row as a uncharted team.
No, but they're probably paying the lion's share of the legal bills.
Right, but the legal bills are only a small part of it. They got to be able to afford to field a car.
That would be my guess.
If they lose their charter status,
Right. Yep.
So I don't know. It's a mess, James.
It is a complete mess. Disaster.
Very much so. Very much.
I hate it.
Let's see. We got some schedule news. We got some schedule stuff to talk about. The Cookout Clash will return to Bowman Gray in 2026.
Yes, it will.
No complaints there, right? I mean, that was
a great event. Let's do it again.
Good show. Teams like it. Everybody's happy with it. They certainly are much happier than going to LA. So do it up one more time. Good for Bowman Gray. Good for the sport. Good stuff. Next up, points race at Bowman Gray, right?
Yep.
No, you're going to let me go with that one? You're not going to argue with me on that one?
I think that's a little too far, but I like the Clash. So.
Yeah. We shall see.
Yeah.
DBC had some schedule rumors this week. There was a Freddie Kraft got a little ahead of himself and made things more interesting than they could be. But
he messaged you, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Hey, he and I are pals. We're talking on Twitter and Reddit. So
wow.
Yeah, we're buds now.
You and Freddie.
Yep, me and Freddie.
I
rode down the elevator with him at Michigan now, and we're
now
good.
You're friends.
Yep. So Freddie talking about schedule changes for next year. He claims that his understanding is that Chicago Street is over, which we've kind of already heard. Mexico City may also be gone next year. He said it kind of goes one way or the other, depending on who you talk to.
It's getting awful late. Yep.
He said that it could be gone for a year, and then maybe he actually said both of them could be gone for next year, but maybe come back. So who knows? Maybe we could see Chicago Street come back down the road too. But I think certainly Mexico will return. It's just a matter of whether it's next season or beyond. He did mention Chicagoland as a potential replacement for the Chicago Street Course, which we've all heard that rumor. We'll see what happens with that. And he then said that, he said San Diego, which I don't have in the notes, but San Diego would replace Mexico City. And then he said that Mosport, they would race at Mosport. Well, what happened is
he misspoke, right?
Yeah. So Michael McDowell was on the podcast, and Michael McDowell mentioned a bunch of the road courses that we could race on other than the Roval, and he mentioned Mosport. So Freddie had Mosport in his head. And Freddie said that Mosport's going to happen sooner than later, maybe not next year, but certainly sooner than later. He meant Montreal. So Montreal's still on the table. We kind of knew that as well.
Yeah. I love that. I would love to go there.
I would love to go to Mosport, honestly.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the area. From my understanding, it wouldn't be able to support the Cup Series. It'd be really tough. But that is like Lime Rock, but good. The Truck Series was so good there. I would just love to be back there with anything, but the Cup Series, man, would be awesome. But Montreal would be a great race for the Cup Series.
I'm a big fan of Montreal.
Yeah.
So
And then we don't have this in the notes either, but you saw today that they're talking about, well, Adam Stern said they're talking about potentially running a naval base for the San Diego race.
Yeah, it would be part of the course. Yeah. Yep. Almost like an island over there.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Kind of like
interesting.
Kind of like Belle Isle and St. Pete all in one for the Indy cars.
Yep.
So, interesting. We'll see what happens over there.
We'll see what they're going to do with San Diego. I'm curious to see what the layout's going to be.
And there you go. There's your schedule rumors and news at this point.
Should be getting the schedule in about, what, September-ish? Early
Yeah,
September-ish,
probably September.
maybe?
Probably September.
Yeah. So, hopefully soon.
You want to know if we can laugh at the attendance of Iowa?
Yeah, I put that in the
IndyCar
notes. That was funny, wasn't it?
It was pretty funny. So that, I think, James, is what happens when your title sponsor isn't filling the track with VIPs and employees.
There you go.
Hy-Vee left. Hy-Vee left, and they went from 85,000 people to 6,000.
That was.
You tell me what changed. It certainly
that looked like a COVID crowd.
The IndyCar fans were saying, "Oh, it's because NASCAR ruined the track with the repave." You don't lose 80,000 fans because of a repave. Sorry.
Yep.
And you don't lose 80,000 fans because you don't have Carrie Underwood performing either.
Free tickets, baby.
Yep. Yeah.
You do it.
They sold tickets to concerts and filled the stands with VIPs, and it showed this year. That's why that sort of thing doesn't. That's why it's not the solution.
Right.
So, and it's too bad because I didn't watch the second race, but I watched Saturday's race, and it was a freaking good race.
Yeah,
really good race.
They race fine out there.
Yeah,
but yeah, the crowd. Whew.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. It's pretty rough, and that's what I'm saying. IndyCar still has not recovered from the IndyCar split, and they never will because they're not also going to achieve the numbers that they once had.
They are big once a year, and everybody freaks out about IndyCar once a year, and then it goes away.
Yep.
Which is fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bummer because it really is a good series. I enjoy the series. It's getting better. They've got much better fields of cars. Back when they had, 16 or 18 cars starting, it kind of sucked. But they've got good fields of cars. They've got decent battles, good racing, but it's, again, it's the racing's not NASCAR. It's not full contact and whatever. Yep. And it's kind of like, if you're going to watch open wheel, you're kind of probably going to watch Formula One because that's what's drawing the people, and that's the cool thing to watch.
And if you can give me a couple of ovals that aren't short tracks, that would be great. But
yeah,
because Indy 500 is a phenomenal race.
Honestly, if you give me, if we could go back to Michigan or go back to, I don't think we'll ever see Vegas again.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, I get it. I think it's safer now than it used to be, but it's still dangerous. These cars get airborne so easily. We saw it at Gateway. Do it on a big track. That's pretty scary. So, every Indy 500 is holding your breath to hope that nobody gets hurt. So
exactly. Yep.
And then, speaking of Formula One, this isn't in the notes either, but Apple's going to give them $150 million to put Formula One on Apple TV Plus.
It's a big investment for them.
Over $80 million from ESPN. So
especially after the movie.
Yeah. Well, heck, the movie did well. So
the movie's doing great.
Yep. Have you seen it?
I've heard it. No, but I've heard good comparisons to Days of Thunder.
Nice.
Like it's a spiritual successor to Days of Thunder.
I watched some stuff. Like if you're a pure total Formula One fan, you'll notice stuff, which isn't surprising. Days of Thunder was like that for us. But for example, the cars in the movie are not Formula One cars; they're Formula 2 cars.
F2 cars, yep.
Just because of the expense of running Formula One cars.
That's right.
Basically, you and I you might, I wouldn't, I won't notice the difference. It'll look the same to me. So, I'll wait till it's on Apple TV to watch it because I made my one trip to the theater this year.
On the big screen. That's the,
I would imagine, but I made my one trip to the theater this year and watched Jurassic World. So I'm good at the theater.
Yeah. A lot of regret and sadness
No, it was
okay.
It's never gonna be as good as the first one, and I'm okay with that.
That's okay.
As long as
supposed to take the wife to see it at some point, but
I took the boys and they loved it. They thought it was awesome.
That's all that matters.
I'm good with them pumping those things out like Marvel movies. That's okay. Run it in.
I went and saw Stitch. That's what I saw.
Oh, nice.
With my kids. So.
Nice score.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Any other news, James? Anything else?
No, I think that covered it, man.
All right. Any checkered flags this week?
Yeah, we already mentioned it a little bit, but the Marty party rolled into Sonoma on Saturday and gave one heck of a command to start engines.
It was one of the best.
I mean, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
That was great. Raise hell and praise Dale, baby.
Yeah, that was a good one. It was.
I love. Yeah,
100%.
Marty Smith back. Yep.
Yeah.
He's going to be in Dover this week too because I think ESPN's doing a big old 50 states in 50 days thing or something, and they're going to be Dover for that.
I remember that. Yeah, they're doing. I remember the announcement that they were doing Sports Center from there. That's cool.
Yep. So that'd be cool.
Cool to see ESPN dipping its toes back into NASCAR a little bit.
So checkered flag Marty party.
There you go. I've got 2 checkered flags, James. First one is going to be, if I think it's still going on. It was when last I checked. But NASCAR on the YouTube channel is streaming a ride along with one of their truck drivers from Sonoma back to Charlotte. And
that's a good idea.
It's really cool. It's just out the front of the truck as it drives across the country.
I did see this. Yeah, because I said, look at this person following the rules of the road.
Right. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a great idea.
Can you imagine? I mean, I know I used to work for the radio station out here and would drive the station van every now and then. And you had to obey every traffic signal, everything, because people would call the station and complain if you did anything wrong.
Oh yeah. Big old bullseye in your back. Huh?
I can't imagine live streaming, how many Karens are watching that and complaining when
really good.
if they run a stop sign or something.
That's really good.
But very, very cool. And then
I'm sure you never got calls.
Yeah, no, never.
Yeah.
And then the other one I have to mention, of course, because I'll be there tomorrow. Tomorrow's round 4 of the Harvick Showdown. Owasso Speedway, Keelan and Kevin going to race it out. So far, Keelan is 3-0 on it. And Harvick said on his podcast this week that he got his ass whooped. And probably going to happen again. Although Kevin was fastest in practice today. So
what better marketing for Keelan?
Yeah, right.
To be kicking your dad's butt.
Yeah. Kevin said today, everybody's surprised. He said he's not surprised. He said that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, good on Keelan. I can't wait to see them out there tomorrow. Of course, they practice.
I can't believe how young he is.
I know he's 13 years old. He's the same age as my kids.
He might be. I know we're excited about Connor Zilisch, but Keelan, I don't know, man. Keelan's coming up pretty fast.
Well, I mean, Chase Briscoe's got his kid drifting at 3 in a go-kart. So
I know that was amazing. Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
So I don't know, man. So yeah, tomorrow night, Owasso Speedway, the Jeg CRA All-Star Tour. Kevin and Keelan are racing along with 27 other entries as of last count. So going to be a nice field of drivers out there. Few other well-known drivers. Dawson Sutton's going to be racing. I'm trying to think. Stephen Nassy is going to be racing. There's a couple more. Anyway, it'll be a good show out at Owasso. They put on a great show out there. It's a great track. So if you're in the mid-Michigan area, worth checking out Owasso Speedway tomorrow night for the Masters of the Pros.
Right in our backyard.
Yeah, Masters of the Pros 200. So it's the 3rd or 4th year they've had it at Owasso. This race has been held all over the country. It used to race it at Nashville, for example, and Nashville Fairgrounds and a couple other tracks. So Chase Elliott's a past winner of this race when it was raced elsewhere. So
nice.
There you go. How about black flags this week, James? Any black flags?
Really quick one for myself.
Okay.
So I sent you and our buddy Todd a picture over the week. Because I stumbled upon.
Oh yeah.
I stumbled upon Joe Nemechek's Busch car sitting in somebody like right by my house. And I was like, oh my God, I have to get a picture of this. And of course I haven't gone and figured out the story yet, but I will. Once I'm feeling better.
I don't know. We were giving you a lot of crap about going and knocking on his door, but it's tough to knock on doors nowadays. Like you can get shot at.
Well, I feel like if I wear like a NASCAR t-shirt or something, is that overkill? But I should have done this by now.
Do you have a front row Joe shirt? That would be the best.
I don't have a front row Joe shirt. No.
Maybe a John Hunter? You got a John Hunter shirt?
No, I don't have a John Hunter either. Can you imagine my face? I wish you could have seen my face when I turned the corner. I went, what in the hell is that?
I can imagine. I would have been the same way though.
Yeah, I was like, that was a NASCAR
I think you were
car.
braver than I would have been because you've got pictures of it. I mean, I think you did a little.
Yeah, I slowed down and got a video.
Did you do a little trespassing or did you stay on the road?
No, I stayed on the road. Road.
Yeah.
It's in decent shape for what it is. It's sitting in like an outside garage.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll tweet it out, put it on Instagram or something.
There you go.
So
maybe they're a listener of the podcast and they'll call you up.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's in pretty decent shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not terrible. I mean, for what it is. So.
My black flag is only slightly NASCAR related because it is a NASCAR sponsor at least, but it's not racing related. So I have waited for several years for the return of the McDonald's snack wrap, James.
Oh my God.
And the McDonald's snack wrap is back. And it's not good.
That never is.
Yeah, I know. They're using, I just had one, and so maybe it's just that location, but they got a different ranch dressing on it. It's not good. I was very, very disappointed. I'm sure
you gotta tell Bubba Wallace.
I'm sure that I've propped this thing up in my head for how great it was. And of course it's different chicken than I used to use too, but
Yep.
I don't know. It was very disappointing. So I've had to throw that in the podcast here.
That's how it goes, man.
Yeah. But
It's never what you thought in your mind.
no, you can't relive. You can't recreate the past. That's been my argument forever. Like
Just like 90s NASCAR.
exactly.
It was really great. I don't know if I want to revisit it though too much.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, I'm pretty happy with what we got. We still have the 90s that we can go back and watch and enjoy.
Oh yeah.
We don't have to lose more drivers.
I remember it fondly.
Yeah, we don't have to lose more drivers to accidents and head injuries and all that stuff.
Yep.
So
You're right.
I'm good with what we got. Speaking of old racetracks, James, we're going back to Dover this weekend. Dover Motor Speedway for the NASCAR Cup Series and NASCAR Xfinity Series, both in action. Unfortunately, we can't go back to the past and race on the asphalt there, so we're going to have to race on concrete once again. But the Autotrader EchoPark Automotive 400 is Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern on TNT, the NASCAR Xfinity Series. The BetRivers 200 Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Really? 8 p.m. Eastern? That's right. They run that thing really late, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Let's like butts right up against Sunset over there, but I guess where it's located, it stays light later. Anyway, that's on the CW, of course. Both series in action. James, I get first pick tonight. I'm gonna go way off of the reservation on this one. Maybe not. I am gonna go with a car that's performed really well here and a driver that hasn't. And I'm gonna go with Chase Briscoe as my pick this weekend.
Nice. I like that. Dang it.
Briscoe has
taking him.
not run well here. He does.
Yeah,
He's
but
only
Truex
run
did.
4 times, but Truex was so good here. And Chase, that team is finally doing what we thought they would do at the beginning of the season.
Yep.
They're finally figuring things out. So
Dang. All right. Well, you took one of my picks. I was thinking about taking that one. Actually, we talked about him earlier. I'm gonna take him here. Chase Elliott. He's really good here.
yeah, Chase is.
Yeah. Yep, Chase Elliott's really good here. I got I think I have a correction for you, Eric, because I think I screwed up the notes.
Did you?
Yep.
That's not the right time, is it?
No, the 8 o'clock race that you mentioned is the T Sport 200, which is next week.
Oh, okay.
Truck Series.
Gotcha.
The BetRivers 200 is at 4:30
On
Eastern
Saturday,
time,
right?
On Saturday. And I am going to make that change. So I am so sorry. I gave Ron Burgundy the wrong prompter.
Thought 8 p.m. was a pretty late time.
I looked at the wrong. Yep, I looked at the wrong thing when I was putting them in from my friends at Jayski. Not Jayski's fault. James's fault.
Funny, I looked up the Cup Series one because I thought it was wrong and that was right. So I'm like, okay, we're good.
No, idiot me.
Well, actually, what I looked up is I thought the Truck Series race this weekend.
Nope.
But they're not back until Indy, so.
Nope. I went and grabbed the times, and I grabbed right off the top of Jayski. I went and grabbed the trucks. So black flag to me.
There you go.
Again, that's 2 this week.
Yeah, good.
Man, I'm like 4 laps down.
That's the way it should be. It's definitely after fantasy, you should have the black flag.
Yeah, darn right.
Go ahead.
Darn right.
Greg.
Oh, Eric. Well, hold on.
Did it update? Did I somehow win?
It updated.
Did it?
You won.
Did I really?
231. The KB show.
Nice. How'd that happen?
I don't know, but you got the win. I got second, 225. That's what the official rules say.
Sweet.
So I don't know what, something must have got reversed. I think, if I'm not mistaken, looking at my point total, I think I got credited for Bowman beating Ty Gibbs, and I think I lost that. I think that was
you took that out of the notes too. We're not done talking about
I don't want to
Sonoma.
talk about it.
We're going to talk about it though.
Oh, man. Anyway,
Yeah,
no.
go ahead. Do your
This
fantasy
was
league.
your congratulations. You got the win
2 in a
after
row,
last
man.
week. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. I know.
So yeah, you get
didn't-
the black flag again because you had me convinced I
Yep.
was second.
Well, you were at the time of the finish, but yeah. But yeah, so I thought I was going to be the winner. I was not. Yeah. You were mad too, because you were like, dang, I was kicking your butt all race.
I was running really. No, actually, I was second to you all race long. Every time I checked, I was second to you. It was driving me crazy.
Well, I felt pretty good about my lineup, but yeah. So anyway, you got the tiebreaker because we tied at Chicago. You won this one, so
nice.
Look at you on a little bit of a roll.
Yeah,
that surprised you, didn't it?
Yeah. Now we're going to Dover, where it's not quite where I can't pick the same 3 guys that everybody else picks and get lucky with 2 others.
Some good news for me though. So I didn't get the win, which is okay.
You gained.
I didn't get the win. I'm not. Yeah, I gained. I'm 10 points behind the points leader, Smoking Grill Racing. Man. So Smoking Grill still first. I'm second, but closing. And we got Green Eggs and Hamlin in third. Eric, with your win, you're still 8th.
Yeah, I think I'm stuck.
You're in no man's land.
I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah. So there you go.
There it is. Awesome.
I know. Look how happy you are. See.
Yeah.
Made you happy.
Let's talk in-season challenge, James, because you didn't put it in the notes, and I didn't catch
I almost got away with it too.
So I only want to talk about this because, listen, you talked about how nobody cares, and this isn't going to matter, but Ty Dillon shipped Alex Bowman in the last turn this weekend, and it was 100% because of this challenge.
I'm not going to doubt that.
Tell me this hasn't added to the race weekend.
It hasn't done anything for me.
BS, come on.
I don't care. They're racing for 30th position.
I was waiting to hear what Ty Dillon was going to say.
It's good for Ty Dillon. I'm glad he's having fun.
Yeah. It's great for him. I'm glad people are getting to see Ty Dillon's personality.
Man, Ty Dillon's having a blast, and I'm happy for Ty Dillon.
Yeah.
I will say that. He finished 17th.
Is there any way that Tyler Reddick doesn't just win this thing, though?
He better walk off with it. Yeah.
I mean, you got Ty Dillon and John Hunter Nemechek against each other this week. You got Reddick and Gibbs against each other. I want the Cinderella story to continue. I want to see Ty Dillon get into the final. Final 2.
I think NASCAR made a very big error with this.
Did they?
Yes, because the problem NASCAR has had for a while now is when anybody can do it, and that includes winning championships, when anybody can do it, and it's a little too easy, I think it takes a little bit of the zest away. And I just feel like if we had these guys in the in-season tournament fighting for race wins, I think it might be a little bit bigger than it is. Does that make sense? I mean, I'm glad Ty Dillon's having a good time. He's having a great time. And that $1 million is going to mean a lot to that team if they can get there.
Even before the $1 million, it means a lot to them, just the exposure they've gotten. I mean,
for that team,
would have been talking about Ty Dillon in the last 3 weeks.
It's worked out for that team extremely well. And the only other thing is I don't know if the other drivers are too worked up about it. Like Alex Bowman was like, yeah, you got me. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I mean, $1 million means a lot more to Ty Dillon than it does to Alex Bowman, too.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Which is why I think this has kind of worked out, because you got, Ty Dillon and John Hunter Nemechek battling for $1 million. That's a big deal for both of those guys.
Yeah, but it's a big deal for those teams, and they're going up. They got the powerhouses on the other side, so it's good. The last race could be pretty interesting. But if it's Ty Dillon versus Tyler Reddick, that's gonna be.
I think this has exceeded my expectations. Is it a complete win? No, but it also isn't hurting anything.
The only thing I pay attention to is because the fantasy matchups are always the in-season tournaments. So that's the only thing I'm watching.
Yeah, so this week, the predictions that I made on the podcast last week, before the last restart, I was wrong on every single one of them.
That's great.
And then when the race ended, I was right on all of them.
That's great.
That's how quick it changed at the end. But
yeah, I was right on all of them. And then, seeing the live scoring, I was like, oh crap. They, or the updated score. I'm like, yeah, Alex Bowman got beat. So probably why I lost 10 points and you got 10 points.
I think when we talked about this 2 years ago, when it was proposed, that this has done exactly what we said it was going to do. It really hasn't changed anything. It hasn't hurt anything.
No, it's not hurting anything.
But it's added something for some people. So
yeah,
I think it's a win. It's a win. In the end.
It's giving their betting partners like DraftKings. It's giving them a lot to do.
Them.
Yeah, I think it's definitely got some. It's got some viability. Listen,
we weren't expecting everybody to watch this like the championship, right?
No, it might not be doing a whole lot for me, but I'm not against it. I think it has a purpose. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. And like I said, Bowman's having, Ty Dillon is having a freaking blast, and that's made it a little bit more fun.
Yeah, he's getting tons of exposure. Sponsors probably love it.
Can you imagine if Chase Elliott was still in it? Oh my God.
I mean, no, that's what's perfect about it, though. I think it's perfect that so many of the top guys got knocked out.
You might be right about that. You might swing my thinking on that.
I think it's made it more interesting. I almost think that maybe the in-season challenge should be for the guys that aren't in the top 20 in points or 16 in points or whatever. I mean,
yeah, maybe that's a good way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Give the guys in the back something to battle for.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. That's a good idea. Actually, I like that.
There you go. See, I can come. Even a broken clock's right twice a day, James.
And I tried not to even have this conversation. Look what you did.
No. Did you intentionally leave it out of the notes?
Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah.
What a jerk. What a jerk. All right. Well, if people want to make their picks for the in-season championship this week, how can they get you on social media, James?
Send them my way. James Cush on Instagram or X.
You can find me on X at TSuperSpeedway. The podcast is on Facebook, facebook.com/TheSuperSpeedway. Our website is thesuperspeedway.com. The podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, Audible, iHeartRadio. Wherever you found us this week, subscribe for new episodes each and every week. Dover Motor Speedway, the Monster Mile this weekend for the NASCAR Cup Series and NASCAR Xfinity Series. We'll be back next weekend to break it all down. Until then, everybody, let's go racing.